that is made. In order for it to be processed, you have to have a cap put on the 5' end and a poly A tail put on the 3' end. RNA is also read 5' to 3' just like DNA. After the spliceosome has come through and got rid of the introns, you're left with only the useful coding DNA, which is the exons. Okay? The purpose of the 5' cap and the poly A tail is to keep them together so that when the introns are taken out, it stays together. Okay? So it doesn't just go all over the place. Now, I have a processed mRNA. It will then exit out of the nucleus into the cytoplasm. Okay? This is your nucleus. This is your cytoplasm. Now that it's out here, it can encounter your ribosome and be translated. Okay?
Counter the what?
Ribosome. This is your ribosome.
And be what?
Translated. Translation. Synthesis of protein.
Synthesize.
It can synthesize protein, but the process is the synthesis.
Yeah. And that's it.
Okay?
So the nucleophore
It exits
into the cytoplasm.
this newly formed mRNA will exit the nucleus by way of the pore out into the cytoplasm.
Would you say then the processed pre-RNA exits the nucleus to the cytoplasm, right? It's
Yes.
the process.
If you want to skip over the whole talking about the pore, but you did. You left pore out.
Where do you want me to put four?
Huh?
Where do you want me to put four?
You say it exits the nucleus by way of the
What
nucleophore.
exits the nucleus now?
Okay.
Into the
Exit, what exits the nucleus by the pore through the cytoplasm. There. Look at me, you have me hurting Edison. Sorry.
Okay?
The process.
Okay, so let's move on to translation. Okay, translation. What is translation? We're on number 8. You just got through going through number 7 here.
Okay, wait, before you go to number 8, what is the first thing you said?
Today,
7, like the capping of 5?
the first thing here,
Like the middle part of the brain.
it's right here.
Yes.
It has to have a 5'
At this
cap
point, yes, a
and
5' cap is
poly-
placed up here. Poly A
and
tail.
tail to help it keep like
Keep them growing, yes. And the spliceosome will come through and get rid of these introns, leaving only the exons.
Yeah, I put to keep the pre-RNA together.
Together, fine. Is that good?
Yes.
Alice Hoffman,
Well, I couldn't hear you.
you want me to speak louder?
No, I just want one person to speak at the same
Or you want me to speak slower?
Okay, wait, then
Okay, let's move on. Translation. Translation is the process of translating the message that's on the mRNA into a protein. And we have two major RNA molecules that are involved. You have your mRNA, which carries the message, and you have your tRNA, which will transfer the appropriate amino acid to the ribosome so that it can build the appropriate protein, okay?
Translates the
Translation.
RNA. So the mRNA into protein.
So, first things first,
Right.
we have a small subunit of the ribosome. On this small subunit of the ribosome, the mRNA will come in, the mRNA,
segment of ribosome.
okay, and what's the start codon of mRNA? AUG, the start codon. Okay, and then we have the large subunit of the ribosome that comes in here, which houses 3 chambers. You have your A site, P site, and your E site. Okay, so now that this complex has been made, now I can start bringing in tRNAs.
3 what?
3 chambers here.
3 chambers.
A site, P site, E site. Okay. Now that this complex has been made and the start codon has been established inside that first site, the tRNAs can now start coming in and dropping off the appropriate amino acids. Now your tRNAs contain 2 things that are of importance, right? Contain an amino acid.
Wait, what contains the amino acid?
Just what? The amino acid
Huh?
within itself contains your tRNA.
mRNA, tRNA. Okay, it has an amino acid, as well as it has GTP. Now this amino acid, first one here, is going to be complementary to the start codon, right? So it's going to be UAC. When it comes in, it will bind onto there, and it will drop off its amino acid. So now you have this going into here. It drops off its amino acid here. And the GTP is just for what?
Energy.
Huh? Energy. Okay. So now we have more of these tRNAs. And they all have their own amino acids.
And those are just more tRNA.
Yes. But these amino acids have codons that are anticodon, I should say. This is your anticodon. So tRNA have anticodons and mRNA has codons. So they all come in here. And as this mRNA moves through this molecule here, it will have the tRNAs come in and recognize, drop off their amino acid. And so this first one here will move to this spot. And then as they keep coming in, it will move to this slot and then exit.
It goes through each chamber and then exits.
Yes, kind of like an assembly line, okay?
tRNA goes through the things and.
The thingamabobs
Yeah, I forgot.
does the whatchamacallit, drops off the, things there.
Yeah, but you know what I meant, it goes through and then it goes out.
Yes, and so as it's coming through here, dropping off their amino acids, you get a growing polypeptide that comes up out of here, right? So the synthesis of this protein is facilitated by the mRNA being read, being recognized by the tRNA, which has the specific amino acid for the codon that's on the mRNA. As it brings it in, it will drop it off. The tRNAs will successfully move from the A site to the P site to the E site and then exit out of the ribosome as they drop them off, kind of like an assembly line. Here at the end, you have your terminal region or your stop codon.
It's at the end of the mRNA.
Is at the end of the mRNA. So you have your start codon, you have your stop codon. This occurs in 3 different phases, just like transcription. You have your initiation, that's occurring here. You have your elongation, which refers to the growing polypeptide. And then you have your termination. That's going to occur when that stop codon comes into here. When stop codon comes in here, that signals the end of translation. And so your large subunit, small subunit, break away, go away, and your mRNA is done at that point. We're talking about prokaryotes, they're done, they're gone. They're going to be degraded. And your tRNAs, these are going to go back around. If they need to pick up another amino acid, they can. Otherwise, they will be degraded if they are not needed as well.
Do we need to include the degraded part?
Say again?
Do we need to include the degraded part?
No, you don't have to.
Okay, so can I read you what I put down?
Go ahead.
Okay. The mRNA comes into the segment of a ribosome.
Enters into the.
Enters
Enters.
into? So it enters. Not comes. Okay, and then of a ribosome, like starting initiation with start codon, AUG, then a large subunit of ribosome that houses 3 chambers of E site, B site, A site. And now tRNA now can come and drop off the correct amino acid, which contains mRNA and tRNA, and has an amino acid in GTP, which is for energy.
GTP is used for the energy of making the peptide bonds.
Energy. With like the very first one, it's gonna have a UAC, the complementary start
You
codon.
can just say that the codon and the anticodon are complementary, because then that kind of covers you for the rest of the tRNAs that cover you.
Okay, so say that again. So tRNA has an amino acid in GTP with anticodon.
No, the tRNA has a anticodon, but it also carries with it a amino acid that is specific for the code, that's on the codon, and it has a GTP molecule that is used for energy for making a peptide bond.
You want to write that all down?
Okay, and then
Yes, I do.
and will drop off correct amino acids
Yes.
that have dropping off their amino acids going through each chamber, APE, then exits getting a growing polypeptide starting elongation. At the end of the mRNA, there's a terminal.
At the end of the mRNA is a terminal region called the stop codon. It signals the end of translation.
Then what is it with what?
Signals the end of translation. Okay. We still gotta get through 9, 10, 11, 12.
No, we
13.
did 11 and we did 12.
When?
The 11 is the rat project, and then 12 is
That one there?
Okay. We already did transduction?
Yeah,
When did they do that?
Monday.
But that wasn't for the review, that was just the lecture.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all right,
But it's still right.
all right.